Hey guys, today I'm going to discuss about guitar and anatomy and really important things about it and how it's related to us and how why I'm telling you this and all that stuff. So let's start. So first thing that is really important is that we have to understand is the bridge part. This is called the bridge of the guitar basically. So this is the bridge part, and then you have the bridge pins, in which we have these are the pins. So you're gonna see it in acoustic. This is the bridge, and this is the pins. Now what are these? These are the strings, basically the metal strings, the brass strings, whatever strings you're using. So this is the bridge. This is the bridge pins. Okay, so see this thing, this is the bridge basically, this is the bow, yeah, this is something to hold it up, and this is the bridge, and then there you have the bridge pins, and then this is called, you see this thing, this white thing, it's called the saddle. So bridge pins and the saddle, and then we have the strings. So we're starting from here. See, what is this? So this is basically, you can say it is scratch plate, that's how they name it. This is the sound box basically, this whole thing, this whole you can call it sound box, sound board, people call it both. So this is, you see the sound, the whole main thing that makes and amplifies the sound, that is the sound board basically. And then you have this thing like where you play your frets, the whole length is called the neck. So this from here to here is called neck. And what are these? You see these metallic segregations, they define note structure and they define octaves and everything. So these are the frets basically, these are the this is the fret line, and then you have the frets basically, these are the frets. So each note, whether half, full, whatever. So this, I play 5 notes, 1 2 3 4 5 notes. So basically it's a distance of 5 frets, simple. What is the distance of 2 fret? This. What is the distance of 3 frets on E string? This. What's the distance of 4th string on E? This. So it's like very simple phenomena basically. So this is how it works. This is the basic anatomy. Now if I told you about the frets, I told you about these are the frets, and this is the fretboard basically, and this is the neck. This part is called neck, and then you have the most important thing as well. This is the sound hole that I haven't discussed, I'm sorry. So I should have told you before than this that this is a really important part as well, which is called the sound hole. So from here the vibrations goes in, get amplified, get all that beautiful structure and comes out, get all that harmonics basically. So now if you look at this part, why this part is important, why this part is important, because this part is called the heel. Okay, and you see these things, these are called the side, and this is the back, very obvious. But trust me, if you're getting it fixed, or if you're fixing it yourself in the later stage, or when you're playing it for a while, these things helps a lot. And getting to know about the anatomy is the first thing that you should start for. Like even if you're learning something new, then you try to get deep into it. So this is the first lesson, and these things are like very easy to grasp, like even a beginner can understand these things. So that's why it's really important to get all these fundamental things get checked. And from here, in the heel, they're gonna put some strap, and then you can they'll put a pin, and they'll just put a strap on it. So basically you can play it while standing. So that's simple as this. So now if you move to this part, you can see. So what is this part called? So as I think most of the people are quite aware of it, because it gets a lot of damage in the later stage. So headstock. So this whole thing is called the headstock, or you can even call it the peg head. And then you have these things, these are called the tuners. So these are called the peg heads, and these are called the tuners. I'm sorry for this thing because I was playing tabla, and I think a little bit of powder flew over here as well. Yeah, so basically this is the tuner, okay, tuning forks, and this is your headstock, the whole thing. And this thing is also really important, because sometimes if his guitar has a fret buzz, it can be basically because of this thing. This is called the nut. So you have the nut, you see the same kind of material, the nut and the bridge, and specifically this thing, which is called a saddle. You see this thing, this is called a saddle. So a saddle and the nut do have the same material, as well as, and it somehow goes with it, because both of them are linked to make the sound. If both of them are not here, then you will not be able to play music. And same sound, because the resonance frequency has to be equal. in both the ends. So this is like, if the resonance frequency is going to be different over here, it's going to be different here, then it's going to sound totally weird. And if the timbre of this element is going to be different from this element, then it's going to be, it is going to sound pretty weird as well. So yeah, it is advised. Even you can do it. I'm not saying it's not possible. It is 100% possible, but it's better to just use the same material scientifically as well. So along with this, now you have the strings. So now you have the 6 strings option, and if you want to get a really fancy one, get a 12 string as well, which is pretty amazing. It has like a lot of harmonics and beautiful sound. So if you're not doing that stuff, it's totally cool. Go with the cool 6 string guitar, and you have the 6 strings. So you can tune it to whatever frequencies you feel like. You can tune it to E, drop D, whatever. That totally depends on your perception. That's a really big topic that I'm going to discuss later. There are going to be series of lectures, like really small one, just about tuning, because it's really, really important. Because if you're not tuning it right, then you will never get your own sound. So it's better to tune it the right way and to get the best sound, so that you can just manipulate that sound, play it around, and you can compose a lot of stuff. So thank you guys for watching it. So in the next part, basically, I'm gonna discuss a little bit more about guitar anatomy and how to fix it.